This is a NexoFaceTV original. Dark African crime fiction. Stories they tried to erase. But the river remembers.
The river did not forget. Not the lies whispered into its wind. Not the footsteps that vanished along its banks. And certainly not the blood that once touched its waters. 2 nights after Toriro disappeared, the village tried to breathe again. But fear had already entered through every doorway. And once fear finds a home, it never leaves empty-handed. The elders said the river was restless. Fishermen swore their nets came back heavier, yet empty. Children refused to play near the shoreline, and at night, some claimed they heard singing. Not joyful singing, but mourning. Tendai had not slept since the night she saw the figure standing in the river. Every time she closed her eyes, she saw the silhouette again. Still, watching, waiting. She sat outside her grandmother's hut, tracing patterns in the dust. Her fingers trembled. Across the village, whispers traveled faster than truth. Some blamed spirits. Others blamed people. But no one spoke loudly enough to be heard. Her grandmother finally broke the silence. "You saw something, didn't you?" Tendai froze. Children were never meant to carry secrets like this. Yet her silence answered louder than words. Grandmother Nyasha slowly placed herbs into a clay bowl. Smoke curled into the air. "The river is speaking," she whispered, but people refused to listen. Inspector Moyo returned to the village at dawn. This time he came alone. He walked the shoreline carefully, like a man walking through memory. He had seen rivers like this before. Rivers that swallowed stories whole. Near the reeds, he found something new. A single bracelet, hand-woven, broken, covered in dried mud. He recognized it immediately. It belonged to Toriro. But what disturbed him more was where he found it. Farther upstream, against the natural current. Rivers carried things downstream, not up. Inspector Moyo stared into the water. And for the first time since the investigation began, doubt entered his mind. Grandmother Nyasha gathered the elders that evening. The fire crackled between them. No one spoke for a long time. Finally, the oldest man in the village spoke. There was another girl many seasons ago. Her name had been erased from conversation, from memory, from history. She vanished near the same river bend, he continued. And after she disappeared, strange deaths followed. Tendai listened from outside the circle. Her heart pounded, because she realized something chilling. Toriro was not the first. The river did not start this story. It had only been forced to remember it. That night, Tendai returned to the river, drawn by something she could not explain. Mist crawled across the water surface. The moon reflected like a broken mirror. And then, she saw him again. The silhouette, standing waist deep in the water. Not moving, not breathing, just watching. She stepped closer. Her feet touched the cold riverbank mud. The figure slowly raised one arm, pointing, not at her, but toward the deeper part of the river. And beneath the water, Tendai saw movement. Not waves. Not fish. Something else. The silhouette vanished instantly. The next morning, villagers gathered near the river bend. Inspector Moyo stood frozen, because the river had finally given something back. Floating near the reeds, they found cloth, torn, mud-stained, recognizable. It was Toriro's school uniform. But the river was not finished speaking, because stitched inside the collar, it was something no one expected. A name, not Toriro's, another girl's name, from years ago. Inspector Moyo whispered softly, "How many stories has this river swallowed?" The village believed the river carried curses. But sometimes, curses are born from silence. And silence was finally breaking. As the river keeps its secrets, more truths are still waiting to surface. If this story pulled you deeper into the mystery, make sure you subscribe to NexoFaceTV and turn on notifications so you never miss the next chapter. Like the video to help this story reach more viewers. Comment below with your theories. And share this episode with someone who loves dark suspense storytelling. The river remembers everything. Will you be here when it reveals the truth? Warning: fiction disclaimer. This story is a work of fiction created for entertainment purposes only. All characters, locations, events, and cultural portrayals are fictional and not intended to represent real individuals, communities, or incidents. Viewer discretion is advised as this series contains dark and emotional storytelling themes.